sports.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On play action, Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here we go.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Hitchens. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. Here's Mahomes, third and goal. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Allen now on first down. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Allen. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Going deep for Diggs. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 50 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. Shifts by him.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Personal foul. That's not good enough, man.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. This is caught. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. Oh, and Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Butker's kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for the second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gott.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Allen now looks to throw. He'll buy some time right. Going deep for Diggs.
That incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
The offense going to stay out there.
They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. To throw, it's Allen. And Diggs has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And again, it's Allen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on.
Touchdown, Bills. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it and score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down.
Touchdown! That's caught. Tommy Sweeney from 17 yards out. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Mahomes now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Mahomes now on first down. Now he steps away. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Butker on for the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 13. Just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. On first down, Mahomes. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Moss. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one